When they first come in, we do what's called an initial consultation. And in that initial consultation, I'm spending time talking more about what's going on with them, understanding and learning more about who they are from a financial perspective, but and beyond that, just to understand. Then we talk about specifics having to do with their situation, and I might uncover some things that I would refer to as being disturbing, right? So if there's some areas of challenge or some problems that they have, I might uncover those in that discussion. And if I feel that the services that we provide would be of service to the client, and that I also want to potentially take them on as a client of our firm, then I will then begin to describe the services that we provide to the client. So that's pretty much what takes place in that initial consultation. And then at the end of that consultation, in most cases I'll have a general idea and sometimes a very specific idea on what the cost would be to have our services be provided to them. Essentially what we do is we do the planning work, and then we provide them 12 months of service on that plan as part of that service. So what I'm describing in terms of the experience or the process really has to do with, what they would expect in maybe the first 12 months, for example. So that initial consultation, as I said earlier, there is no obligation on their part to take us on as their advisors, as their personal CFOs, or for us to take them on as a client. It's really kind of more of an introductory discussion and a fact-finding mission for them and for us to determine, can we be of value. The next step, if they do hire us, is what we call plan discovery. And plan discovery is usually about a 3-hour meeting, but it could be multiple meetings depending on the complexity of the situation. So that is really we call it plan discovery because most of the time people or individuals are discovering questions that they've never been asked before. And then they have to come up with some answers, and I get to discover those answers, right? So those sort of things that's the discovery process, and it's a data gathering and everything that takes place with that. After that, there is what we call the plan design phase. And the plan design, think of it like an architect. When you go to build a house, you have an architect, and the architect's going to design the house. And they're going to come back and then they're going to say, okay, this is, you wanted a French country, 5-bedroom, 3-bath, 4-car garage, whatever you decided you wanted. And so then they're going to come back with, an initial schematic or a design of what they think might take place. So that design phase all takes place behind the scenes. And then we bring it to what we call the plan presentation or the plan delivery, which we're actually saying, okay, these are the things that we're recommending for you to look at. Most people don't know where they stand. Are they financially independent now? If they keep doing what they're going to do now, are they going to get there? Whatever there is for them, right? For some people, they're financially independent now, they're worth millions and millions of dollars and they don't have any financial worries, but they're concerned about their family. So whatever that might be, if it's, do I have enough to retire one day? And if so, when can I retire? How much do I need to save to retire? How much do I need to put away for my kids' college education? All these questions that come to their minds. But the plan delivery or plan presentation usually takes place. And the process from discovery to delivery is usually about a minimum of 6 weeks, because this is all custom work. This is not like boilerplate, plug it in a computer and it spits out 100 pages. I mean, this is a Word document that we're having to go through and catch all the typos if we can. So really you have initial consultation, plan discovery, then plan design behind the scenes, plan delivery. The next phase is what we call implementation. And the implementation, think of it this way, if you're building that house, metaphorically speaking, as I was talking about the architect earlier, if you're building that house, then eventually you want to build it, right? And that's the implementation. That's actually putting everything into action. That might involve working with your attorney to draft documents. It might involve the purchase of financial products like insurance or investments or whatever it is that you're doing. So those things are tax planning strategies around that. So whatever those things are that need to take place, then those things are part of the implementation process. And that is as many meetings as is needed, right? And for most clients, it's multiple conversations, whether it's done through an online meeting through Zoom, which is usually what we use, or if it's a face-to-face meeting in our offices in Roseville, California. So there's that, and then the ongoing from there is the review and service. So typically after 12 months we get back together again and we have another discovery meeting and identify, okay, where are we, what changes have taken place. There may be a tax law change, or there might be, the stock market's been crazy, or your real estate values and your properties have gone off the roof, or you don't want to be a landlord anymore. We want to look at some other alternatives of getting you out of being a landlord, and how do we do that in the most tax efficient way. There's just so many different things that people are trying to figure out. But if we know, remember that helicopter going up and looking at everything all at one time, if we were to do that, then all of a sudden now we have a better feeling of doing it the best possible way it can be done based on knowing everything that's going on in your financial house, so to speak.